Premier League Bournemouth vs Fulham prediction, team news, lineups preview. At risk of their worst ever home losing run as a Premier League club, an out-of-sorts Bournemouth welcome Fulham to the Vitality Stadium for Monday night's encounter. The Cherries' winless sequence continued in an engrossing 2-2 draw against West Ham United in game week 31, allowing the Cottagers to leapfrog them in the table with a shock 3-2 beating of Liverpool. Match preview. From genuine Champions League contenders to top 7 pretenders, Bournemouth's regression over the past several weeks has been a painful watch, and talk of top-level European football at the Vitality Stadium has quickly died down. Andoni Iraola's men have now failed to win any of their last 6 games in England's top division after a topsy-turvy affair with West Ham last weekend, where South American hotshot Evanilson both started and ended the scoring either side of Jared Bowen and Niklas Füllkrug's strikes. Also mourning their dreams of FA Cup glory after their quarter-final elimination at the hands of Manchester City. A 2024-25 season that promised so much for Bournemouth could now end with the Cherries languishing in the bottom half of the Premier League table and dissecting their worst-ever home sequence in the top flight. Indeed, Bournemouth have been beaten in each of their last 4 league matches at the Vitality Stadium and could now lose 5 on the spin for just the 3rd time in their history after such streaks in 1996 and 2005. Both of which came in the 3rd tier of English football. Bournemouth's fleeting continental hopes were handed a boost in midweek when it was confirmed that the Premier League would receive an additional Champions League place via their UEFA coefficient. But the hosts' defensive deficiencies are costing them dear, having shipped 2 goals in each of their last 5 matches in all tournaments, as Iraola's side struggle to showcase their European credentials. Fulham enhanced theirs by subjecting Liverpool to their first Premier League away loss of the season last weekend, recovering from an Alexis Mac Allister rocket to strike through Ryan Sessegnon, Alex Iwobi and Rodrigo Muniz at Craven Cottage. A late Luis Diaz response proved futile as Marco Silva's men defied the odds to take down the champions-elect, the perfect tonic to back-to-back London Derby losses to Crystal Palace in the FA Cup and Arsenal in the Premier League as they took themselves to within touching distance of the top 7. As the Cottagers still have to take on Aston Villa on May 3rd, their European destiny lies in their own hands, but consistent inconsistency has prevented them from breaching the top 7 places so far. They have alternated between winning and losing their last 7 Premier League games. Precedent is therefore not on the visitors' side on Monday, following their extraordinary success over Liverpool. But their goal-scoring form on the road is, having netted in each of their last 14 Premier League matches away from home since their 1-0 loss to Manchester United on the opening day. However, Fulham's attacking powers failed them in a 3-0 loss to Bournemouth at the Vitality last season, and they were pegged back twice when the Cherries visited Craven Cottage in December, as Dango Ouattara's 89th-minute leveller rescued a 2-2 draw for Iraola's outfit. Team news. Having played through the pain of a chronic groin injury for a number of weeks, Bournemouth fulcrum Ryan Christie could not delay his inevitable surgery any longer and is now out for the rest of the season as he recovers from his recent operation. Christie is one of 2 long-term absentees for the Cherries alongside Enes Ünal, while Justin Kluivert unspecified, Marcus Tavernier ankle and Luis Sinisterra hamstring are all touch and go. But the latter is the least likely to return. Now on 9 goals for the season following his brace at the London Stadium, Evanilson could become just the 4th Brazilian to score 10 times in his debut Premier League campaign, following in the footsteps of Robinho, Roberto Firmino, and Matheus Pereira. Sticking with the Brazilian scoring theme, Fulham frontman Muniz is aiming to find the back of the net for the 4th Premier League game in a row, a feat that only one player from his country has previously managed, Richarlison. Muniz's well-taken goal versus Liverpool should be enough to keep Raúl Jimenez at bay again, and Silva will surely see no need to make any alterations to the starting 11 that took down the Reds with a scintillating first-half display. In terms of injuries, Harry Wilson is in with a small chance of making the squad for the first time since his foot surgery in February, but on loan Arsenal man Reiss Nelson is out for the season with a thigh problem. Bournemouth possible starting lineup: Kepa, Smith, Zabarnyi, Hodgson, Kerkez, Adams, Cook, Semenyo, Kluivert, Ouattara, Evanilson. Fulham possible starting lineup: Leno, Castaigne, Anderson, Bassi, Robinson, Berga, Lukic, Sessegnon, Pereira, Iwobi, Muniz. We say Bournemouth 2-2 Fulham. Much will depend on whether the influential Kluivert will be fit to return on Monday. But Iraola's forward-thinking Bournemouth can usually trouble any opposition defense regardless of who is on the pitch. However, the Cherries' recent rearguard failings coupled with Fulham's penchant for goals on the road makes it difficult to picture the hosts ending their painful winless run. But they should at least avoid a fifth successive home defeat in the Premier League as they play out another entertaining draw with their fellow European outsiders. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.